Thank you and welcome to the show for today. You are watching Perspectives and I am host Alana McLaughlin. This morning on the show I have Mr. Rayquan Lyons, known as Rayski, here to discuss his background, his education, his career, and ultimately the impact that he seeks to leave on Music City. Rayski, thank you for joining me this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for just sharing your story with me and to get this ball rolling. I want to talk about baby Rayquan years. As young as you can remember, tell me where you're from, tell me what childhood looked like, who was in the house with you, what were you interested in, and we'll go from there.
I'm from South Nashville, JCUC. I grew up in the house with my granny. She had a one-bedroom, but it was like 6 of us in there. But of course, I shared the room with her. It was hard growing up because you had so many people around. We had one bedroom and had to manage so much stuff. But we still got through it every day. My granny made sure I ate, took a bath every day, and I got into music basically, like I've been into music as long as I can remember, since I was like 4. And I remember when I used to cry and stuff in the living room, my grandma, she'd come in there and cut the music on, and that'll help me stop crying. So I always had music, and then I had someone from my neighborhood, he was doing music, and he'll come out there, he bring famous artists. So that inspired me more, so I just been liking music all my life.
Okay, so now take me through some of the schools you attended, elementary through high school, and while we're talking about that school period, tell me the music you were listening to, whether it was like local artists during that time, artists on the radio. Take me through those schools, and as we go elementary, middle, and high, tell me the music that you were kind of into in those different eras.
When I went to Napier Elementary School, I went there for my whole 6 years, from pre-K to 4th grade. I always listened to, I was 106 in Park and 101 to Beat Gems, really 101 to Beat, and that's how I used to know all the songs that came out from different artists. Inspirations back then, all I was T.I., Soulja Slim, No Limit. No Limit was probably like the first people I was listening to, because when they was in their prime, that's when I was real small. So, and after that, I went to another elementary, Brenda Vesta. It was on another side of town, but my mind stayed the same for the music.
Now take me through middle schools and then through high school. And again, tell me, at any point, were you interested in like local artists? Were you into like the Buck, the Starlito, the Struggle to Strive? Did that ever come up, or was that just kind of like later down the line?
Yeah, I was listening to Buck when I was younger. He used to come to my neighborhood and stuff like that. He was an inspiration on me. Lito, I got into Lito and Don Tripp. When they came out with Step Brothers, I was in middle school. I was probably I went to like 10 middle schools, but.
Tell me as many as you remember.
Okay, 5th grade I went to H.G. Hill, left went to Bailey, left there went to Donaldson, left Donaldson went to Kip, left Kip went to Two Rivers, left Two Rivers, went to Cameron, left Cameron, and went to Madison. So Madison was my last stop for middle school, but during that time, from 5th to 8th grade, that's when music changed me a lot, because I was older and I was getting more into it. You can't forget when Wayne dropped No Ceilings, when Boosie was dropping his tapes and stuff like that. So I had a small little iPod, the one with no screen on it. And that's all I used to do. I had like 500 songs. I used to listen to that. And most things I used to listen to was No Ceilings and Step Brothers, and I used to listen to Boosie a lot too. So
now tell me this, throughout like this middle and high school era, and we'll talk about where you went to high school in a second, what hobbies were you into? Were you into sports, academics, video games, anything, or was it just?
I was just being a regular kid, basically. Like I was, anything that I could do, I was doing, which was playing outside. I was athletic. I always wanted to play sports. It's just like I didn't have the support behind me to play sports.
Yeah.
It was the type of living environment I was in by the time I was in middle school and high, that I didn't have support from my household to play sports. So I just did what I could.
Now take me through, where'd you go to high school?
I went to high school. I went to Hunters Lane, and I transferred from Hunters Lane and went to Whites Creek.
Is that where you graduated from?
I graduated in jail.
Okay.
I got my GED and
Do you want to talk about that experience?
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to, I mean, especially if you started there and then you've made it into my seat at some point. Tell me about just from Hunters Lane and onwards through your high school experience.
Okay, Hunters Lane, I was there for my 9th and 10th grade year. I liked it a lot. Whites Creek, that's when the music era changed again, the generation changed again. That's when the Chief Keef came out, and that's when I was on them real big. When Chief Keef, Lil Durk, all them came out.
The drill rap.
Yeah, the drill rap. When all that came out, that's what I feel like inspired me to start rapping how I started rapping. And then plus my environment, things I was going through. Cause I was thugging in high school, middle school, so I knew everything, you know.
And tell me this, I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, you good.
But was this out of wanting to be cool or wanting to survive?
Wanting to survive. It was more of like I didn't have a choice. Like I said, like my living situation where my pops, okay, he was a dad, but he didn't know all the perks to being a dad. So some stuff I had to do my own. Like when it was time for me to get a job, he didn't even know what to do when it was time for me to get a job. So
you just had to kind of parent yourself.
Yeah, I had to parent myself, and I had a brother with me and stuff like that. So it was hard.
And we're gonna talk about just how that upbringing has shaped you and how it's kind of we can hear it through your music. We can hear like that fire, that hunger for something through that music. We're just gonna talk about how those experiences have shaped you both positively and questionably negatively, but either way, how they've made you into the person that's sitting here today. And I encourage viewers to tune into the second segment of Perspectives, where Rayquan and I will return to discuss his background, his career, the work that he does in Nashville, and the impact that he seeks to leave on music. Welcome to the second segment of the show for today. You are watching Perspectives, and I am host Alana McLaughlin. This morning on the show, I have Mr. Rayquan Lyons, known as Rayski, here to discuss his background, his education, his career, and the impact that he seeks to leave on Music City. In our first segment, Rayski set up early experiences in South Nashville and some of the schools and institutions that shaped him. We're returning to continue our conversation about his early life and adolescence here, ultimately leading up to the conversation of who he is, the music that he creates, and the impact that he seeks to leave on Nashville through this music. We're coming right back in. We're picking right back up. You were talking about just how your dad was still figuring it out. You were figuring it out. You also had a little brother to take care of. So again, take me still through that high school experience, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, so around that time, I had to do stuff to get money, basically. So I didn't have a job, so I just had to do stuff. So that's what got me more of my background of music now. That's where it comes from, that right there. But yeah, me and my brother, around that time we had a computer too. That's when I first started recording my own music. I used to do it on this app on the computer called Audacity, and my granddad, he had an old mic from church, and I hooked it up to the computer, and I just went to the basement and called my brother. I was 14, he was 10, and I made him record songs with me. I had him recording songs like, bro, I need you on this song with me, this song, and he'll be in there and he'll get on the songs with me and stuff like that. So we just started from right there. And after that, I just took it serious. It was like I was taking it serious, and I didn't even have everything I needed. Like I didn't have a studio. I didn't have a person to shoot my videos. But it was more of just like me wanting to rap. I inspired myself every day. I go in the house and write me a song. And when I'm writing songs, I picture music videos and all that. That's how I like come up with stuff so good and stuff like that, because I always been so focused on it.
Now tell me, publishing like your first EP, your first single, tell me about the entire process. How did you publish your first single online? What website was it on? Was it on digital streaming platforms? Tell me about starting to actually get your music out there.
Okay, so around that time, okay, I was rapping from high school until I went to jail and I was 21. I had singles out, but I wasn't taking it too serious. I had SoundCloud stuff out and stuff like that. So, but when I got out, I did 4 years, and when I got out, something just clicked and told me to take it more serious. And I dropped my first EP. It was called Trey Game Member. I dropped it 2023, and basically, this was like my first time going to a real studio since I've been doing music. So
where'd you go?
I went to JDM Studios in Smyrna, Tennessee. I still go there currently to this day, and I'm very picky about my studio. So I take that trip to Smyrna every time to go to the studio.
Who's the producer, or like who are some of the producers you've worked with?
His name's Jadon Thompson, but he goes by JDM on Instagram at JDM Studios. I really prefer him to everybody. That's been my producer for 3 years, and he hasn't missed.
Yeah.
He's the reason. He's the one behind Go DJ and Help G and Rayski McGrady and a lot of more of my songs.
Yeah.
He's the reason I'm behind it. That sound. He got a certain sound for me. I don't know. We click like that.
I'm about to say it works. It meshes.
Yeah.
Now take me through again just some of the career experiences that you've been having. I want to talk about the ring.
Yeah. Okay.
How did you get involved in the ring? That's how I found you. Tell me about that experience performing with Texas Trill, right?
Yep. Texas Trill. Texas Trill reached out to me a couple months ago. and she was doing a project called Trillville. And she was like, yeah, I want you on this. And she was like, I need you to come to the studio. I came, I laid the track down for her with 2 other artists. And then like ever since then, she just been keeping me in the loop with everything. She always wanted to meet. She's been hitting me up for years about the ring. At first, I was scared to perform. I was always scared. And, I actually did my first performance this year. The ring was my second. I did one at Lyons, and that was my first one, and it was turned. It did. I did go DJ, and they loved it in there. That was my first time performing.
I got a double question for you. Okay, now we gotta talk about Go DJ. I walked into the studio this morning singing it, so we gotta bring it up. Okay, tell me the inspiration. I mean, this is like a remix to Lil Wayne's Go DJ. Tell me the inspiration behind like taking that instrumental, like, and that's like not the easiest beat to cover. You know,
it's not.
Tell me about writing it. Tell me about the reception, because everybody like loves it.
Yeah, it was just another normal day of me getting off work, you know. So I like sample beats a lot. So I go on there, or I go to what my fans recommend. They be like, oh, can you remix this? But nobody didn't tell me to do Go DJ. It was just like I found it on the humble. I just found the beat, and I was like, yo, I like this, and I was like, this is one of them songs I can't have a break on. I gotta go straight in from the top.
Yes.
And it just happened. I just started writing it, and it's with me, like when I'm writing a song, I know how it's gonna be, and I knew that from Go DJ. I was just writing it, and it took like, don't get me wrong, I never write a song. I got to be in my zone to actually finish a song that same day.
Right.
The Go DJ took like 4 or 5 days to write and perfect, and that's how much like all my good songs take, about 4, because I'll stop writing and go back to it and start writing again. So it was a good experience, you know. I didn't think how it's doing now. I didn't think it would blow up like that. I did a trailer to it when I first did it, and it did good. And people been just waiting on the video for like a year and a half, but I needed the scene. Like I needed the scenery to be good. I just didn't want to do a music video, Go DJ, and this is a good song, and now I'm in here by myself, and it's
in the bathroom.
Yeah, you know, it's something so I had to make sure that the video matches the song.
Right.
So I went back to my original stomping ground, South Nashville, and I got everybody together, and they support me a lot out there. So when I came back out there and did the video, and then I did and it exploded. And the ring too, Trill hit me up and asked me to perform for the ring, and I was like, okay, I'll do that for you. And I got up there and I did Go DJ. So Go DJ's been giving me a lot of traction since I've been doing it. It's been a lot of people have been reaching out, and now the game, he even reached out to me about my song. Yeah.
Now tell me about the Lyons gig, and that'll be how we wrap up this second segment. What did you do? How did you get booked for it? How did it feel performing for the first time? Take me through that entire night.
Let me see if I remember how I got booked. My guy, DJ Official. It was his birthday bash, and basically he was like, man, I need you. He was like, I need you to do that Go DJ.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got you. You know, I was pretty nervous because I never performed, but I was like, I'm gonna have to break out my shell sooner or later. I'm not finna keep doing that while a lot of people love my music and I'm not performing and stuff.
Right.
So I was just like, okay, I'm performing. He told me to advertise it. And that was my first time advertising. Oh, okay, I would be performing. I had to make a video and stuff like that. And then when I actually got there, other people were performing, and when they heard Go DJ, they just like, okay, we finna hop on the stage with you. So it made me even more comfortable when they hopped on the stage and they gave me leverage like that. So it was fun. It was very fun. He appreciated it. He was like, I mean, I'm gonna call you every time I need you.
And those experiences, they're not only like relationship building, but they're kind of like confidence building.
Yeah, it's confidence building for sure.
You're learning like who you are as an artist, as a performer, and you're getting like really honing in on those skills. And we're going to talk about how those experiences have shaped you, what you want to see out of Nashville music, what you're working on today, and all the ways that Perspectives viewers can stay connected with you in our final segment. And I encourage viewers to tune into the final segment of Perspectives, where Rayquan and I will return to discuss his work, his background, his career, and the impact that he is having on Music City. Welcome to the final segment of the show for today. For viewers just tuning in, I am host Alana McLaughlin. You are watching Perspectives. This morning on the show, I have Rayquan Lyons, known as Rayski, here discussing his background, his education, the work that he does here in Nashville, and the impact that he seeks to leave on Nashville through his music. In our first two segments, we covered Rayski's early career experiences, pivotal adolescent experiences, and more. I encourage you to go back and watch them in their entirety if you have missed them, because they're worth it. And truly, his story is one of overcoming and of honestly just betting on yourself and winning. We're coming right back in to truly talk about betting on yourself and winning. Current career. Tell me what you're working on. Actually, no, before we even go scratch before what you're working on, I want to do that later. I want to know from you, as someone who's in the thick of Nashville music right now, what are you witnessing from the Nashville music scene? Do you see like a lot of collaboration? Do you see not enough collaboration? Do you see a lot of hate? Do you see a lot of love? From your own eyes and in your own personal experience, what has your experience been in the Nashville music scene?
For these last 3 years since I've been like a name in the city, I didn't see it change a lot. 2023, it was times like you couldn't even do a song with this person and this person. With me, I'm very mutual, you know, so everybody likes my music and everybody messes with me on every side, so that's just how it goes. So it's always been hate in the city, and it's not good, you know, but we do have a lot of artists that's pushing this, a lot of collaborations. I wish it could be more. I wish artists could just, if we just stick together as one, we'll go a long place, because everybody's worried about the city. We got the whole world out there.
Yeah.
So I feel like if we all just got together like we supposed to, because I'm open to work with anybody in the city. I'm open. I already showed that I'm open to work with anyone. I feel like we'll be dominant, because Nashville, Music City, is known for country music.
Yeah.
So it's hard for us artists, rappers, to get notoriety. So and it hurts more when your own city you barely get notoriety. So I just say like it's been getting better, but we can do way better. We can do way better. Like we can do way better.
I agree. Do you have any favorites? Do you have, or even not even favorites, but just any Nashville local artists or Nashville-born artists that are on your playlist, that are on your day-to-day, and share some of those names with me?
Honestly, I don't even listen to industry rappers.
Yeah.
I only listen to the local rappers. So I only listen to the rappers in Nashville. I listen to Big Top.
Yeah.
I listen to Gates. That's my cousin.
Really?
Yeah, that's my cousin. I listen to 30 Shots Rico, BSG Key Splat. It's a lot of rappers down here that's very good. I think we should just start working together. You know, everybody down here got talent and different versatility, and it'll look good on the same song. So there's a lot of rappers down here that I like. Even like the rappers that's just now starting, they're doing good too. But on my daily playlist, I gotta say I listen to Gates. I got Top on there. I got 30 Shots. I got myself more than anybody, and then I got my cousin Juju Smoke. He was rapping with me. He passed away February. That's who I actually did my first music video with when I started taking it serious in Miami on a yacht and stuff like that. So that's who I was rapping with. I listen to him still a lot, and basically this year it's been a lot of trauma for me, but I took it and turned it positive. Like I went through a situation when I was like, okay, I'm finna stop rapping and stuff like that. And then it's like I didn't even get no rest. Like soon as I was out south when I actually posted the status, and as soon as I walked down the street, like every corner I passed, somebody would walk up, man, you tripping, man, and stop their car. You tripping? You finna start rapping and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, I can't stop. I'm what the city need.
And I don't mean to interrupt you, but on the topic of that trauma, I know you recently lost your grandmother. Tell me about your relationship with your grandmother and how you've just been navigating loss while still showing up to things like this, for showing up like as a parent, showing up as a man. Tell me about the mental just kind of associated with that.
It was very hard. That's like my mother. She basically took care of me. You know, she took care of me and my mother. So she was like a mother to both of us and my little brother. So, you know, it's just always somebody I looked at all my life as a diamond. You know, she was different from everybody else. So when I lost her, you know, it took a lot, but I still did a lot of thinking like I'm doing now. Like, she would want me here. You know, she would want me dressed like this and all of that. She'd be very proud. So I just got to keep going just for that alone. And then I think about my cousin, Juju. He always told me, like, yeah, I'll rap, cuz, but you the one who got it. That's what he'll say. So he was like, regardless of anything, whatever, you need to keep going because you're going to make it. So I just think about that. And even like my grandma, she even heard my music before and she loved it. So when I see the video of her actually going to listen to my music, it inspired me more. It inspired me a lot. So, and then with my kids, where I'm gonna start. My oldest son, Rayquan, that's my biggest fan. And it wasn't intentional. It was like, now that he got some phone, he goes straight on YouTube and click on me. Oh, that's Dada. Yeah, and he dancing and stuff like that. So everything around me is just motivation. I just use every positive and good situation as motivation to me.
Now tell me, what's the future look like for Rayski? What are your dreams? When you lay down and like lay your head down at night and you like just imagine like your next 10 years, what do you see?
I do want to make it with the music, but besides making it with the music, I want to make it with my city. So I want to be able to make it with the music and then put my city in a better position that former artists couldn't do. Like, I want to make a label and I want to sign strictly Nashville artists to it just to get my city out there. I want to do something like that. I want to make a change for the community too. So like, I want to start going to feed the homeless people and stuff like that. Just going to start help people who needed it the most.
Now tell me, upcoming events, social medias, ways that people can stay connected with you. For the viewer that's watching this right now saying like, I love Rayski, I'm a Rayski fan, I want to see him perform, I want to stream him, what would you tell that person?
Rayski on all platforms, Rayski, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, on everything. I'm on everything. Instagram, Rayski_Morant. Facebook, Jesse Ray, JESSIE RAY. You can find all my content. TikTok, Rayski Morant. You can find all my content everywhere on all those. So if you want to go look at like a Triller or something like that, that's where you can find it.
You're like one of the few people that still is using Trillers, by the way. I'm laughing every time you say
Triller. I'm finna make a Triller today in this suit.
I love it. Let's make one after we get done.
Yeah, we can do that, yeah, for real.
In this last about minute of the segment, I want you to give a word of advice to a young artist, specifically a young male rapper, even more specifically one from JCUC, one from South Nashville who's going through the same kind of environment, same circumstances. He's being pulled a couple different ways. He might want to rap, but he might have to hustle. I want you to speak to that young man, kind of speak just words of encouragement, words of life over him and his situation.
Keep going. Just keep going. Don't stop. Even if things not how it seems right now, just keep going. Because when I was 16, I was wanting to do this, and I wanted to rap, and I wanted to be a face of my city then. Like, but now 10 years later, it took 10 years for me to do it, and I don't regret nothing. I needed to go through everything I needed. So for the young dude who want to rap from my hood, who watching this, just keep going, man. Just keep going. Even if you want to stop right now, pick it up after you got everything situated in your life. Just keep going, though. Even if it's take 5 minutes out your day to
just rap.
Yeah.
Rayski, thank you for sharing your time and your story with me. And to my viewers, thank you for the opportunity to share one more perspective, one more story that matters to Nashville. Good morning.